Walk away if you want. So, rain falls from the sky, hits a mountain, joins a stream, joins an estuary, Humber estuary, out to sea. Water's level, spirit level. Put it in a cup, it takes the shape of the cup and sits flat on top. In a bath, takes the shape of the bath, sits flat on top. In a pond, in a sea, sea level. So if the seas are level and 70% of the world is sea, then 70% of the world must be round, even though you just said level over and over and over.
Round, centre of gravity.
Gravity's a theory. Yeah?
You can't drop your phone and it floats.
Right, but that's weight. A boat doesn't fall and sink, does it? It floats, density and buoyancy.
No, boats float because of the density of the water.
No, it's because of the air compacted inside the boat that gives it lift.
Density.
But it's an equilibrium.
Wood, you can drop a piece of wood and it'll float.
So Einstein said the apple fell out of the tree because it was
Gravity.
when actually fruit falls from a tree when it's... There's the clever girl. And you've just got the right answer, but it contradicts what you've been taught, right? I was taught the same. There's no difference. I was taught exactly the same as you two were. I'm a lot older than you, but I've come to this realisation, right? The reason you can't feel the earth spinning is because it's...
Too big.
No, you've gone for... No, you've both gone for the wrong answers. Because it's not spinning. You've been on a roundabout, make you dizzy. Drove around a roundabout, makes you push outwards. In a washing machine, do all the clothes gather into a ball of water in the middle? Or do they get thrown outwards? How do we get wind? Well, it's a big place. I give you that, it is big. It's still a big place, so you get wind because it's big. It's called precipitation. Water rising causes the air to move. Okay, so when sun heats up water or dew, it rises and that displaces air. That's how you get wind. Large amounts of it over large oceans. All oceans are not stationary, level. Sea level. So when I stand in Grimsby on the beach and you stand in Australia on the beach, we're level, sea level. Can you see what they've done? I know it's hard for you to accept.
I'm still on the round earth, spinning around the sun.
Okay, the sun, what's it made of?
Helium.
But what does it burn? Does it burn?
Yes.
Right, what does the flame need to breathe?
Usually oxygen.
Oxygen, what is there none of in space?
Oxygen, but it
There you go.
can't burn on helium.
Not without oxygen.
Can.
It all needs oxygen.
Other gases can replace oxygen.
You can't show me that. Just like you can't show me a bendy ocean.
Yeah.
See, I've been here for 10 years. Well, 10 years I haven't paid rent because this is your land. It's not the local authorities. Who tells you what to do?
Yourself.
Well, do it yourself. There you go. Now, you got the right answer. I'm enjoying this bat and ball between the both of you. So, no, I don't want you arguing, right? I just want you to think about what you've been taught. Big Bang is everything came from nothing, which is ridiculous. Evolution, that she came from a monkey.
Yeah.
No chance. What do you mean, yeah? Yeah, that's a joke, isn't it? He's having a laugh, isn't he? I'm glad you're joking, right? And then you've got gravity, which is a theory. But water level is a fact. There's a difference between a theory and a fact, you'd agree, right? Theory is a presupposition, a guess, an assumption, which has never been proven. That's why it's still a theory of gravity.
There's some roads that are so long and straight that actually bend with the curvature of the earth.
The straight, long and straight, you said it. Straight can't bend.
You can't see the end of it, and you can't see for miles. Why do you be able to see all the stars?
How far do you think you can see?
Up to the stars.
Right, so let's do this properly. Watch, if a lamppost, when you're looking down a road, the lamppost gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and the road joins together in the distance. That's called the vanishing point, because all lines, like in school they taught you the 3D design, all lines converge at the vanishing point, which means your vision has a range, right? So the sun has never set, it just gets away from you. It's never risen, just comes towards you. And it's all in your range of vision. Because like you just said, you can only see so far. The shipping forecast out at sea gives you a range of visibility. Today's visibility is 80 miles, 100 miles.
If the sun moved away, how would the other side of the earth get sunlight when it was dark?
My name's Peter, by the way. Right. So if I'm the sun, you be Australia, you be America. Yeah. I can only shine light here in this. Think of that, what we just taught you, the range of vision. So the sun shines down like that because it's coming upwards towards the sun like a light. And
all around it.
No, look, there's the light here, look. It stops there, that's darkness. And as the sun goes around you, look, then you get night time, he gets daytime.
The sun's a sphere, so it would shine at all.
Who's been to the sun?
Angles. We've been round the sun.
No one's been to the sun. Well, you think you've been round the sun, but you can't feel the earth spinning. So in reality, this is the truth, the sun's going round you to, because your girlfriend is at the centre of the universe.
If you went around that tree and it took 365 days, you won't feel a second of movement.
Right, okay, now I've proved, what's your name?
Lewis.
Nice to meet you, Lewis, I'm Peter. Right, watch this, you're the sun, I'm the earth. 1 day is 1 spin.
Yeah.
1 year is right around you.
Yeah.
Do you know what speed we're moving sideways at? 66,600 miles an hour. So you're doing 1,000 miles an hour on the spin, and now you're rotating on your birthday at 66,600. So now we're doing 67,000 miles an hour in 2 different directions. You're spinning and you're rotating, but you can't feel it going sideways either. The sun, this is the good bit, Lewis, is falling upwards. Yeah, it is. I've studied this, right? It's falling upwards. So now you've got 3 motions. You know how fast the sun's going upwards? How? 444,000 miles an hour. 3 motions, 3 speeds, you can't feel any of them. The sun's in the arm of the Milky Way, which is also spiralling, doing 884,000 miles an hour. In total, you're both doing 1.4 million miles an hour in 4 directions, and you can't feel any of it, Lewis. But the teachers didn't want to tell you this.
Oh, right.
Go on, I enjoy this.
Say you're, okay, acceleration, you feel acceleration.
Right, inertia.
You don't feel constant speed. For example, when you're sitting at 70 miles an hour on the motorway, you don't feel...
You do. You feel everything. Oh no, that's inside
You have a bottle of water,
What about...
the water will stay flat because you're at a constant speed. Acceleration is what...
No, it tilts backwards.
It doesn't. You can hold a glass flat in a steady speed and it'll stay at that.
Right.
So you can walk and it stays flat.
Right, but okay, on a train when you're walking, if you're going that way and you start walking that way, you feel it.
Yeah, because
Right.
you're changing the speed. Slow
No, you just said that you sit still and it doesn't. Because the minute you start to move inside the object, that's fine, yeah. Django! Lewis, if I was in a, you know what a drone is, right?
Yeah.
If we 3 were in a truck, get off that, Django. I'm sorry. Django?
Walking the doggy.
Come on, let it go.
There we go. Let that one go. Let that one go. Okay, so say we're in a train, the 3 of us. No, in a car. I like it in a car better because it's simpler to explain. And we've got a drone between all 3 of us, floating. You're driving, you turn the car right. What happens to this drone?
Depends what it's for.
It smashes into the car because it's separate from the rest of the reference.
Okay.
So if we were spinning round, you'd smash or fly off the earth. Just like in a washing machine, everything goes outwards because you're spinning. And it's not a slow speed. They just told you, like when they told you that a ship disappears over the horizon, use the principle of what I taught you, where the roads get narrower and what's happening is the ship gets smaller and smaller like the sun would, and it hits the vanishing point, which vanishes the ship.
Things wouldn't fly off the planet because again with the gravity and the magnetic field.
Theory.
Why do magnets work?
Magnets work, but okay, you're saying that inside the earth is a magnetic core.
Made of...
Yeah, that's what they taught you. Okay, but it's magnetic, right?
Yeah.
What temperature does a magnet stop working at? Because they don't want you to know. 1,000 degrees, but the temperature of the centre of the earth is 6,000 degrees, which would melt the magnet. So again, it contradicts yourself. Do you know what the deepest hole is into the earth, Lewis?
This is the Mariana Trench.
That's close, that's a crack, but they've drilled a mile deeper, which is 8 miles. So as far as they've been is 8 miles, they don't know what's in the rest of the earth. They've just guessed. It's like guessing the way to the moon. No one's drilled into the moon. No one's been to the sun and drilled into the sun.
Well then, with the magnets, it suggests that there is a magnetic core.
There's a magnetic field, I'll give you that. There is. Because if the water's level, what's your name?
Maggie.
Nice to meet you, Maggie. If you're the compass, I'm the compass, you're the North Pole. I can circumnavigate around you on a level earth, on level seas, look, like a ship does, go right around, when my back turns to you, look, and come back looking at you. Right round you. So that explains your circumference of something going away and coming back. On a ball, the compass don't work because it's pointing to the North Pole, right? All compasses say lay flat, Maggie. Any army engineer will tell you, orienteering, it's got to lay on a flat surface. Have you been on a plane, both of you? Did you feel the plane going down to your destination?
Yeah.
What, on takeoff and landing?
Yeah.
But not once it was up there, it just flew level. Said you can sit there with a level cup of water. If it was going down, you spill your drink. If the ball, like, no, Lewis, it's such a mind screw, isn't it, dude?
I'm on the theory, the gravity is strong.
Pulling down.
Straight to the centre of the earth. So if you follow that plane
space, Django. Okay, Lewis, what was we doing? Oh yeah, we was doing the spin.
Yeah.
So, one spin a day brings you back 24 hours, right? That never changes, right, Maggie? 360 degrees is a circle, and every day, if you're midday, the midday sun, Lewis, every day I look, you're right above my head, every day without fault. That's why I call it the midday sun in the south. It'd be there that way.
Yeah.
But we're going to do it from this position, okay? So every day, that can never ever change. 360 degrees, that never ever changes, right, both of you? 3 months down the road, look, the clocks have just gone forward 3 hours. 6 hours, sorry, 6 hours, then 12 hours. Look, there's midday, look now. Clocks have to go forward 12 hours, Lewis. Because as you said, it's one full circle, not 1.5 circles back to the sun. These are all proofs that you've been lied to, right? I don't mean to disturb your evening, but I just want you... You're enjoying it? Yeah. Good. I'm glad I'm not upsetting you, because some people absolutely freak out on me, Maggie, because I'm not a hateful person. I just want you to both know that you're not descending from a monkey. No matter how much he wants to tell you you are, Maggie, you're not, right? So, let's think about this. What's the sun made of? Fire again. Balls, helium, whatever you want to say. It's flames without oxygen, and it's in a vacuum. So how does a rocket leave Earth? Oh, I push land, the boat pushes water, and a rocket blows air. What's it blowing when it gets to space? And even if it could light a flame, Lewis, the vacuum sucks it away, Maggie.
It's thrusters, I don't know what it is.
It's Star Trek is what it is, mate. That's what they've got you living in, right? It's called fantasy world. What they did was took science fiction and took the fiction away from it, and you believe in science. Now, I do believe there is real science, which is what we're talking about. What you're trying to describe to me is fictional, it's only in your head, right? Neither of you ever seen an ocean bending, unless it was from a NASA photo. NASA, NASA, not a space agency. Right? If you look it up in the Bible, I know you probably don't do the Bible, Nassau with a U on the end means to deceive. Now, I'm a master at deceiving people, Lewis, right? So if I was to tell Lewis that this was gravity when he was a little boy, and I get used to hold gravity, you would lose gravity in an instant. Now, being a clever boy, I know, it's an hard thing to work out, isn't it, Lewis? Right, but I can make gravity just reappear in front of you from behind your ear. Ta-da! See, you can be fooled. I know. Now, both of you agree you can be fooled. Now, what I did was I told you I'm a master of deception, and I tell you, honestly, I'm a magician. Open your hand. See, I know. Yeah, good girl. Right? So once you understand the trick, stay on the back of fingers. I can do this all day. Right? I can, Lewis. Watch this, right? Put your hand out like this. Make a fist. Now, you put your fist on top of his. Fist. There you go. Follow the right. Now I'm going to smack the £2 through there. It's going to end up inside your hand, Lewis. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's gone, Maggie. Oh, it didn't work. Where's the coin? I know. I've got both of you this time, right?
I don't have a clue.
You can be fooled, right? You both agree this. Right, Lewis, put your hands together like a table. And you put your hand there, Maggie. So we've got a table between the four of us. Now watch, nothing in my hands, is there? Watch, I'm going to pull the coin from up there, look, in mid-air. Pay attention, because I'm going to place it right there on your hands, look. And it looks like a bird.
It was on your head.
Yes, it was on my head. Well done, Maggie. You was paying attention. But he wasn't. If you hadn't said it, he'd have gone, right? So you can be fooled, right? You both agree with this.
Yeah.
So no matter how many times I show you a trick, you'll always be fooled. Right? So what they did was they give you gravity and hid it with his hand. And you're still in theory land here. But you've got this theory in his hand, and it is. Because it's simple to work out once you've been shown the trick. So what I'm trying to do is show you the trick that they pulled on both of you when you were little. Too little to question it. And now you're old enough to question it, you question me and not what you learn. Right, there's a film on YouTube. You watch YouTube?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I want you both to look up one movie, Lewis. It's called The Biggest Lie of All. Okay? And as I started this journey, this was a movie that woke me up. It absolutely shook me out of my chair. You're not spinning. And then I thought, oh gosh, I'm not spinning. And then I realised gravity was a theory. Then I realised water's level, and the only way it can be level is if the world is stationary, placing the stars, moon and sun moving around you two. Django, come here. Little pause going up, look. The stars are going around you two because you're at the centre of the universe. This is what they don't want you to know, Lewis. Right, your body language tells me, oh my gosh, no. Yours is more open because you've got one hand open offering me through. It's true, I know you're offering through, but your body language says, it's difficult for me to take this in, Peter. And I agree, Lewis, it is. But let me tell you this, there's no council tax, don't exist, never paid it. There's no income tax, don't exist, never paid it. Doesn't exist, I've never paid it. I ain't paid rent for 10 years. Do you know why? It comes back to who's your authority. Now, who's your authority? I'll ask you again, who's your authority, Maggie? Not the government, not the council, me.
Well, if you do
Good
something
girl.
wrong, you're going to be put in jail.
Right, so thinking for yourself is something wrong.
Oh no, but if you
There you go.
do something and
Right.
the government is not happy
Yeah.
with,
Right,
you get punished.
right, but that's breaking the law. Nothing to do with the government. Government can't tell you what to do.
They set the rules.
No, they don't. You set the rules, right? So this is how it works. You've got a car.
Yeah.
Do you own it?
Yes.
No, you're the registered.
Oh.
Begins with a keeper, both you, right? So you don't own it. They allow you to keep it. Right? It's in plain sight. Now, what I want you both to do, Maggie, you'll make sure he does this when he gets home. Get your logbook out and read the top line of your logbook. What's it say?
Proof of ownership.
There you go. So you're not the owner, right?
Yeah.
Now you're following me, right? You're allowed to keep it, Maggie, right? So when you two get married, and I'm sure you'll make an honest woman of you, Maggie, don't do it to the government, don't do it to the church, don't do it to the...
I don't want to get married.
Well, when you're ready to, if you ever do, because if she becomes your soulmate, then you do it in the eyes of the Creator. Right? I won't call him God, because everyone freaks out when I say God. Right? Creator, because, right, if me and you was walking along, just imagine, well, we can do it with a pack of Rizzlers. Right? These didn't just fall out of the sky, arrange themselves into letters, colours, put gum on them, and then arrange themselves in single file right through, perfectly pulling one out after the other to make cigarettes with, did they? They required a creator who left his signature all over it. Do you know what your signature is for the creator? It's a spiral, and it's everywhere. All over your body where you look, you're going to see spirals. Fingerprint, your eyeball, your lips, all the same shape. Your eyes, even the pee-pee has got the same shape as your mouth and your eyes, right?
Yep.
Right. So he left signs on you that he created you. Right? He created many different dogs, but they're all dogs. He created many different trees, but they're all trees. He created many different people, but we're all people, Lewis. Not monkeys. Right? We're not monkeys. We're not monkeys, Lewis, right? So, if he created all these things, and he created each one of its kind, many different types, but it's still a kind. And they told you that that dog came from a monkey, or a giraffe came from a newt, a bat came from a tortoise. Do you see what they've done?
Yeah.
That's why it's called the theory of evolution. So, me and you both have bad I wear glasses usually. Me and you have not bad eyesight, but we have to wear glasses, right? So, it didn't make everybody perfect, because none of us are perfect, you gotta admit, right? I've stolen, I've cheated, I've lied, I've done many things. I'm a wicked sinner, Maggie, I'm a wicked sinner. But every day now I pray. Right? It's only happened 5 years ago. And ever since I realised the world's not spinning, water's level, then I came to this conclusion, because of this spiral, it's in your belly button, and it's right down, right? See this here, look? Everything is made perfectly to match.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable when you see it. Your nose, if you don't believe me, is that space there and there, look. Watch. And it did it all over your body to show you that he made you. You were created this way. Now, Lewis, if there is a creator, because there's no way we all got here by monkeys, and it all came from nothing, so something created all of this, and all I want you both to think about, not pushing it on you, I just want you both to think about what you got taught. And if you will, Maggie, remember this, say this for me 3 times, the biggest lie of all.
Biggest lie of all.
And again?
The biggest lie of all.
And again. Now you're going to remember the biggest lie of all, right, Lewis? Between the two, you're going to go watch it, and he will explain to you how they fake space with green screens. It's all done on green screens.
Brando is dead, James Brown is dead, Princess Di and John Lennon is dead, Biggie Smalls and Pac is dead. However, Jesus is alive. Give praise to King Jesus, the blessed Son, victorious, glorious, resurrected one.
It's all done on green screens. You see Transformers walking on the moon, right? Right? How come no one wants to come back to the moon? All the money they've got. Why hasn't Russia been up there? Why hasn't England been up there? Anyway, every country's been invaded, right? They've told you this through his story. It's his story, Lewis. It's not Maggie's story. It's not Lewis's story. It's not my story. His story that told you this. And his story told you that theory. And I can go through this all day, right? So they told you all these things, which aren't necessarily true. You'll find out yourself if you look into it. I know you're going to, Maggie. You're going to be great. And she's going to hound you at it until you understand it. Or understand. I like to use the word understand. Because when you understand from the heart, Lewis, but you're not, then it's the truth. It's your own answer. You already know water's level. It doesn't bend. But he would try and tell me over and over, no, I live on the ball. Because NASA showed you it. Right? I can tell you now, right? The flag waving on the moon. When it's in a vacuum. They left a perfect footprint, right, Maggie? You've seen it, right, Lewis? The perfect footprint? The only time you can leave a perfect footprint on soil is if the soil is wet. And the moon's got no water, right, because the sun's baked it. According to their theory. So, if you walk on the beach right near the water, you both leave perfect footprints. But up on the dry bit near the wall, it'll just leave a dimple in the sand.
What if it's flat?
Go on.
It can sort of leave not a perfect one, but it will separate.
Oh, you mean the moon?
The groove.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, but there's nothing, there's no moisture there, so it's just dry. It's like perfect dry sand. You try and put a fingerprint in it, it'll just leave a dimple. It won't leave a hole. Wet sand, you make a perfect hole right down, right? That's the point I'm making. So, when the lunar lander, it's a 10,000 pound plus rocket, Lewis, bigger than our cars, and it didn't even leave a crater, let alone scorch the moon. And then right next to it, he left a footprint. It'd have blown all the dust away, wouldn't it? But it didn't. All these things slowly add up. I could do this all day with Perry because I've been doing it 10 years. I don't want to hold you up, right? But I know you're enjoying it, so when you're ready, just tell me, because I got... Right, okay, so let's bring you back down to earth. Back to your... what should we do? Rainbows. Do you know why you get 7 colours in the rainbow? Right. You can only get a rainbow when the sun is behind you. You've never looked to see the sun and then a rainbow, right, Lewis? So that means there's something between the sun and you that casts the rainbow into your face, like that. So I'd be the sun, this would be the, just imagine, not a pack of rivers, but there's something there that casts the rainbow beyond you. Now this is what keeps the air in. Okay, this, your magnetic barrier, they call it the magnetic barrier. If you went far enough south, because you're the North Pole, if you went far enough south, because every way south, Maggie, right? Only towards Lewis is north, and once you pass Lewis, you go south again.
Yeah.
Right? There's something at the edge, and they won't let you go. Have you ever heard the saying, a little dicky bird told me? I heard a secret from a little dicky bird. Well, the only man to go there, his name was Richard E. Baird, Dicky Baird. And he found out a secret in 1944 with Hitler. The first group there was Hitler and the Nazis. Go look it up, Antarctica. It's the only place in the world none of us can go. We can go to what's called the ceremonial South Pole. They put a pole in, writ south on it, and everyone thinks it's the South Pole. That's all it is, right? Yeah, think about it, right? It's a ceremonial South Pole. So in reality, they just take you to this little edge. You see some penguins, Lewis, maybe a walrus or something, and you're done. You can't go exploring. No one can. There's 74 countries protect the outside of the earth, the ring on the flat earth, because it might, I don't think it's all ice, I think there's more land. There's a place they call Tupac Island, where when all the celebrities die, they're not dead, it's all fake, right? It's all fake, trust me, right? And they go to an island called Tupac Island. The biggest lie of all, the biggest lie of all, the biggest lie of all. Now we know Tupac Island. Put in Tupac Island beer commercial and watch what the Germans show you with Tupac and all these celebrities hiding on this island when a ship comes past. Because they love to tell you and mock you because you're not thinking. You think that people are dead and they're not. Everything's an act. Road Traffic Act, Council Tax Act, Income Tax Act. One question, are you both actors? Only if you use your name. You're the owner of your car, keeper, right? Not proof of ownership. On the bottom of your birth certificate, Maggie, it'll say in big red letters, not proof of identity, Maggie. Meaning every time you use your name, you're acting. So when I get stopped, I am Peter, son of Peter. And there's nothing they can do to me unless I break the law. Like you said, no. Right? If I walk into a place, if I come up to you now and go, give me all your money, Lewis, give me all your money, give me that fruit, Maggie. Right? I'm robbing you, right? Yeah. Doesn't matter if I call myself Mickey Mouse. Hello there, Pluto. It doesn't matter. Because the minute I use any name, I've still committed a crime. Crimes and acts are two different things. The government enforce the acts on you, Lewis. The same people that told you you're a monkey on a spinning ball, Lewis, and you're at that age now when they want to keep going. Because once they get you to 18, 19 and you're off then, I'm a clever person, I'm a man, I'm a woman, which you both are becoming men and women, I can see it right in you. But I'm just trying to put a blocker in there and send you down a different path so you can both see that you live on a flat earth. Right? The sun and moon and the stars go round you because you're both very, very, very special. You're not a germ in a petri dish like they told you. You're insignificant, right? You're just a speck on a spinning ball hurtling through the universe. No, you're not. Neither of you are. And I'll say a prayer for you both tonight that you're blessed with some knowledge. And if you actually do look into this, the pair of you, you'll both see that this conversation that we just had, and I hope I didn't disturb you both, I hope I made you both think. Yeah, it makes sense, right, Lewis? When you start to think for yourself without... Remember, all the teachers got taught what I got taught. Their teachers taught them that. It's been going on 500 years, this. They only proved the ball in 1969 when NASA took a picture from a spaceship, which can't work in a vacuum, which can't ignite a flame. Anything that pushes against itself, because that's what they say, the rocket pushes on itself, that's not a rocket, that's a missile. That's a grenade. If it pushes on itself, it explodes, Lewis. Nothing works in space, nothing. When you look into this properly, watch The Biggest Lie of All, you two. And when he takes away, when you see they're all on green screens, on wires. Now I did this at home, I painted my wall green, Lewis. Put an hook in the ceiling, borrowed my mates who was a scaffolder. I know you're already laughing up. Borrowed an harness, he winched me off the floor on a winch. I learned to play guitar in 30 days, let's see the lines. And I'm playing songs in space like they did on the space station. I've walked on Mars and the moon, Lewis. Right, just to show you a bloke from Grimsby, yeah, just a magician from Grimsby. Remember, if I can fool you with this, but I will willingly, and it's my obligation to tell you I'm lying to you, right? Because I know there's a creator, and if I bear false witness to either of you, I'm in deep doo-doos. Because I know someone created this place for us, and I just want you both to see that something is in between you and the sun, keeping the air in, pressurised, and they say that the wind... Well, I don't even want to go into it because I want you both to do your own investigation. Yeah, right. So if you've got a zoom camera or a pair of binoculars, watch your ship disappear and it's gone right behind the curvature in your theory. If you put your zoom camera on it and you zoom in, Lewis, and the ship comes back, that means I'm right. And I was telling you the truth. A stranger in the park, right? See, I see it as the creator allows me to talk to people. If you didn't want to, if you weren't two people that were going to listen to me, you'd have already gone. Creator would have made it so. These two won't listen to you, Peter. But you did, you listened intently. And your body stance has changed now. I know it's a bit like, oh gosh, it's really done my head in a bit, but at least you're not like this anymore. Get away from me, because that means get away from me, right? But now you're quite intensely listening, right? Not quite. When your palms drop down like this, then you're open. So I wish you both a good evening, and I hope you enjoy the movie. Maggie, it was a pleasure. And you are very smart, young lady, I'm telling you. Come on in, Django.